Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining. I'm going to do Merry Monday today. This is my Sunday afternoon and we'll just go up for Monday. So I'm going to do a few things. First off, I'm going to take, I found some placemats that I thought would just be beautiful covers. So I'm going to take and make a cover out of one. And I've got just, it's a real thin cardboard. So this is kind of not real thick, but it's, I would say, around 65-pound cardstock quality. So I'm going to put that on the front and then we'll back the inside with some more Christmas paper. So it's going to be kind of a soft cover, but I think it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to cut this down to 12 inches by, it'll be 12 inches wide by 9 inches tall. So then I'll cut my my placemat down as well. And this is where I talk about, you know, having a different cutter platform for your chipboard cardstock. So this is a rotary cutter that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Now these were normal, and I got it years ago. They were normally like, I don't know, like $170 some. I got it for 80 bucks a couple years ago. So now I'm wanting this to be on the front. So I think I'm going to cut this part here. So we'll cut this down to 12. And I'm not going to wrap this. I just want it to go a little bit over. And then I'm going to cut it down to 12. And we'll take and we'll make, you know, our usual things out of that. Like then we're going to cut this down to 9. Just a hair over 9. So that way I know I got enough coverage for my cover. And so then I want this to be on the front, and see, it's a little bit bigger, but I just wanted to make sure that I cut the paper, you know, enough to when I glue it down, if it's off just a smidge, I'll be okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do that in today's video. We'll glue that down. Just want to get that cover done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and glue this down. And I think I'm going to do it with Fabri-Tac, because I think that would be my best bet. And I got my neighbors over here are running in and out with loads of 4-wheelers. The guy behind us, now these placemats, this is the cover page, so I'm going to make, you know, some ephemera out of these 2 pieces. And it was at a little store in our town that has since closed down that was called Pop Shelf. So that's why I missed that place, because they have, you know, just lovely paper items and such like that. So we're just going to put Fabri-Tac all around the edge of this. And these were when I worked at Wendy's. Remember I was telling you about the dip cardboard pieces that were in between the layers of dip? That's what this came from. I saw them and I was like, oh, that would be perfect to make, you know. I bought them, well, I got them because I had bought some cloth placemats where they would have to be cut down. So I was like, well, I'm still going to have something to slide in between them. And I was like, well, these larger pieces would be perfect to cut down to put in those cloth placemats to just give it a little body, you know. So, and then I could sew back around the placemat, and it would work. And so now I'm just going to try my best to line this up on here just even. Is what I'm going for, is even around the edges. And then this will give me a little bit of wiggle room to get it straight and get it back even with the edge of the cardboard. And that's why I wanted to cut it just a hair bigger, like maybe a 1/16 bigger than my cardboard. And I'm doing a rough spread on this so I don't have any air pockets. And then we'll flip it over and do the same thing. Trying to get that where it was folded up, smoothed out the best we can. So then if I need to, I can trim this up just a smidge. And so then that's going to be my cover. That'll be the front of it. This already had a natural fold in it, so I'm trying my best to get that fold out of it. And so that's going to be my journal cover for one of my Christmas journals. I think that'd be really pretty. Then we can put us, you know, Santa Claus scene or whatever here. I think that'd be real pretty. But yeah, our neighbor's back behind us here, he owns a like an ATV small engine workshop type place. They've been running in and out all week with 4-wheel loads, working and getting them up to the mountainous areas. So they've been doing that off and on all week. My dad came to visit today. He brought some apples and deer corn for us to feed our deers with. And he said he is going to head out in the morning, taking a load for the church down in his area. And they've got blankets and waters and such like that. So y'all keep him in your thoughts and prayers as he travels the road. And then, as far as I know, that's about all that's going on right now in our neck of the woods. Everybody's just trying to pull together and get what they can get for people, you know. So now I went ahead and I got all of my stuff set up. I moved out my fall stuff besides, you know, the book that I'm going to make for my little grandbaby. So I got my covers in here, so I'm just going to put that in my cover pouch. So I was getting set up for Christmas. Now I went through, and I keep these in like one of these big 12 by 12 boxes for, you know, like your scrapbook paper. So I bought some of these from Dollar Tree, actually last weekend. I did cards, tags, pockets, bands, or tucks. I need to put tucks on there. So I got that separated out and put up here in my little sectioned off areas. So then that way, you know, when we make stuff, we can put it in there and know where it's at instead of just shoving it back in a box. I got my Christmas music paper out, and I pulled out some of these Christmas background pages that I'd printed off like 2 years ago. Don't even know where I got them. It was in a just pretty Christmas backgrounds. I pulled out, this is all of my Christmas scraps to work with. And then I got this leftover kit from Night Owl Collage that I was going to try to incorporate. And this is the cover that I just made. This is the kit that I'm going to put in that. So I think it'll go well with that. So I know I've not done any design team projects in the last month or so, because she has since disbanded her design team. She's going through some personal issues and that, and so we disbanded the design team for the time being. And so that's why I've not, you know, had a design team project to show as of late. So now I got me a new glue book because I was like, well, I'm using up all of my French page from my glue book, and I didn't want to use all of my French page. So I got this glue book. I found it for 50 cents. It's just old book. So now what I'm going to do is I got a few projects here that I pulled out that, you know, from this kit that we still need to work on and get some stuff done. And then here is some tags and such that we had pieced together but hadn't done them. So that's what we're going to work on today. And then I went through, there's a red kit that I had that was just red backgrounds and such, and I thought some of the pieces would go really pretty for Christmas. So we're going to work on that. And then I was wanting to cut these down, make tags and stuff, probably just basically tags and journal cards out of them, put them on some backer pages. So I need to get my backer pages out. And this is a parchment cardstock that is 65 pounds that works really good for backing pages, different colors of hues. So that's what I'll be using for backings on those. And that's what I used in some of my fall things. Now these were in a kit that I printed off. Let's see, what's the name of it? Vintage Christmas Fussy Cuts. And it had a bunch of them in there. And I can't remember who it was from. Tukey Designs on Etsy. And then some of the other ones is Fun Ink Art Coloring that we're going to be using. So that's I just cut those apart and put them all in. Got them spread out over here in my box lid, as you can see, so we can work on them. Just fussy cuts. But these I thought would be really good for like belly bands on the page. So I cut the gold part off of it, and we're going to ink them up. And then I do also have my red and green inks out ready to go for our Christmas adventures. So basically I spent yesterday, after I did my video, I spent yesterday just getting out and setting up for Christmas is what I did. Because I know after I get this fall mini album done for my grandbaby, then I'm going to go probably full on into Christmas. Because I got a few things I need to get done. I'm going to start off with fixing my mini albums and photo flip books, which will be like waterfall booklets, and that's what I did when we covered those stuffing boxes and cake boxes. That's what those are going to be for, are going to be our, well, if I could talk, I can tell you what they're going to be. The words ain't coming, I don't know. So I'm going to take those and turn those into waterfall photo books. That's what they are going to be. And so I rearranged my shelf over here behind me where I've got my cardstock photo mats in. So they're easy accessible. We'll pull that out. So we're going to work on this stuff today. Tomorrow I'll start in getting my my photo album for my grandbaby. Get the cover done. Try to get as much as I can on that, and we'll get that done. And then I'm gonna go into showing you how I make an altered book, how I tear the pages out and that. I may not decorate it at this point in time, but the easiest thing to remember on those is when, you know, you can do scrapbooking paper. You can do, there's a lot of beautiful kits, like that floral kit that I got for fall, that are 8.5 by 11 prints. And that would be perfect for cover pages in those altered books. So that's why I wanted to use that. Beautiful florals. And, you know, it's florals. It says fall florals just because it's, you know, a little bit darker colors. But I think it would be pretty, you know, to use for any time of the year. Just because of the florals in it. And I'm shooting a video a little earlier in the day. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And I got an hour or so in between visits from the family and going and getting the youngest daughter from work and getting us some supper. So I thought I would sit down here and go ahead and get started. Because I'd pulled out a few things and I was like, well, that would be a pretty cover. So I'm going to go ahead and make that. And I'm going to make me some, try to get some of these piece kits finished up. Get them put in our stash, you know. So that's what we're doing today. Try to get as much as we can done. And we'll just do a, you know, an hour for Merry Monday, maybe a little bit more, depending on what we get into. Try our best to get it done up. Because I was like, well, I got a few things in here that need to be done. Need to fold these envelopes up. Need to get some of this stuff out. And I knew I had put back this red kit, the pieces in it. That I was like, oh, that'd be pretty for Christmas, you know. So, I went through and pulled the pieces out that I thought we could use for our Christmas journals. And got some pieces to decorate up the fronts of them. And then, we're just going to go from there. So I did go through my kits that I had printed out for Christmas. I do need to go through, there's a beautiful kit that is a pink nutcracker kit that I found. I cannot remember the name of it at the moment. But I got to finish printing off the ephemera pieces for that. So I'll do that this coming up weekend because it's not a rush right now. But this is what I was thinking we could do for these bits and bobs here. And that'll be ready to go. And we'll have 3 more pockets and 4 belly bands that we can distribute and put out into our pre-mades. Now, I'm thinking I'm probably going to continue Merry Mondays up until actual Christmas, if that's okay. Like the December, actually. And then, because, you know, you still need to make ephemera and stuff like that. But I was thinking about that. I was like, so when do I need to cut off the Merry Monday, per se, videos, you know? And I think I'm going to ink in the middle of this right here just because it's a little white. And just knock that white off a little bit with our vintage photo there. I like that. Okay, so those are done. But I said this would be really pretty for Christmas because it looks like a abstract poinsettia to me. And then these were in that little kit. And I said that would be beautiful on there, and we'll just take and put it to kind of one side, bring in some green on it, and then put, you know, a little stamp on the other side. And this is for, you know, our red and green Christmas. I found pretty much what I basically think I did was I found my porch prints when I first started getting into printable kits and that. And I just had a field day on their Christmas because about every kit that I had was my porch prints. So, there was a couple. There's one real pretty one that would be for after Christmas for like winter time with the red cardinals and that. Oh, it's so pretty. And I was like, that would be really pretty for, you know, winter theme after Christmas. So I'm going to save that for then. And then there's a couple that's just snowman. There's like a pink one and a blue one. And it doesn't have a whole bunch of like Christmassy theme. You know, it's kind of wintry theme, so I thought we could do those after Christmas for January. And I don't have a whole lot of Valentine's stuff. I know a lot of people will do, you know, Valentine's journals, which I think it would be beautiful to do like a, you know, the old-timey vintage ephemera makes for Valentine's, but I hardly even have any Valentine paper. I mean, I have a couple of kits and that's it. Not enough to where I would, you know, want to cut up to use. So now this is an add-on kit that we need to go through and get some things finished out of it. And it is from Leanne Scrap, and it was a classic Christmas add-on kit that had a lot of pretty things in it. So these are tags. You just fold them up and do them, and these are embellishments for those little tags and stuff. And then we have the little bitty tags that we need to back. So I think we need to work on those today. So I'm trying to separate the embellishments out. This actually goes with something else. Doesn't go in that kit. So then most of these are tags and stuff that need to be backed. And we need to fix those up. And then we have these pockets, and we got journal card bits here. All of this needs to be backed. So we need to get all of these backed. And these are envelopes, so we can ink these up and glue them. And then these, we'll start working on getting those backed and decorating them up with these pieces over here. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's see, I got glue on my fingers. And I need to trim this bit here. And that was from where I had not cleaned my my cutter mat, and I was just shoving stuff through the fussy cutter. That's where that came from. It cuts really good. I just was just shoving stuff shoving it through it, you know. So I'm going to do the pre-fold on it before I put glue on it. And then if I need to do any trimming or what have you. I think we'll be fine on that. Now these are some of the ones where I was like, I want to do red and green on them. And I'm thinking that on some of our ephemera bits, to do the red and green on it to make it pop from the page. You know, like put something like that on it and do it in the red to make it pop. That's why I pulled out, because most of it I'm probably just going to keep doing vintage photo for the bigger pieces. But I think in the most part I want to do the red and greens for like the embellishments on our ephemera pieces. Okay, I need glue. I was like, what am I doing? We're gluing. That's what we're doing. I'm just going to clean that up right there is all I'm going to do. That's a little bit too much to hide with the ink. So we're just going to straighten that up a little bit. Excuse me. I am doing a little better today with the congestion or what have you, but I'm still having, you know, coughing fits. If I get hot, I cough a bunch, and that's just part of it. No more stabbing pains in the rib cage, thank goodness. That was the part that was really scaring me, because I was like, you know, it's been stabbing pains off and on for like 3 weeks, and I was like, no, something else might be wrong. And it was just, basically, I just needed another round of antibiotics and another round of prednisone steroids, just to help finish kicking it out of me, I guess. And, you know, just in general of talking, because I don't talk much, my larynx get a little worn. So that's where the raspiness is still coming from. But as far as having to do any type of emergency breathing treatment of any sort, like an inhaler or anything like that, I've not had to do that since the day after the hospital visit Thursday. So that's really, really good, because I was emergency hailing, like, goodness, I don't even know, like 2-3 times a day. Like every time I'd move, basically I'd have to have an inhaler. Now these really don't have nothing much on them. I don't want to do a whole bunch. I really don't want to cover up my tree much either. I may put this on the back. I think that would be suitable to put that on the back. I like this one on here, so I think we'll do that. And this is where I'm going to come in with the red and the green, just to make these pop off of the background. I thought that would be pretty. This is Lumberjack Plaid. And then I have, you know, just some ink pads, for like stamping ink pads from Hobby Lobby. They had a little set there. And this is Rustic Wilderness. So yeah, so see, I think those are going to be pretty to help those ephemera pieces pop off of the backgrounds. That's why I was wanting to do the red and the green. Not so much as to, you know, the whole piece, just the ephemera pieces. I think would be really pretty to do that with. So basically yesterday I just sat here and spent my evening switching out seasons. And like I said, I'm still going to do how you would, you know, show you how I do my altered books, which is, you know, from the tear down to putting the pages and, you know, deciding the folds and the flops and the pockets and such. And then in between projects, we'll work on decorating it. But I will tell you, you know, to measure your pages. If you're wanting to do printed off kits for like true journal kits where it has, you know, the half pages, you need to be mindful of your pages inside your book for, you know, they're most of the time 5.5 folded in half by 8.5 tall, if you have a printer that prints full pages. So that's pretty much about all I'm going to put on them. So just be mindful of that. But now if you're using scrapbook papers, or you're using them just printed off background pages, you know, where are they? something like these that are 8.5 by 11 background pages, you can pretty much do any book you want to with that. You'll just have to measure your pages and cut to size on them, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I think those are going to be pretty. Now I've got my pulled out my basket of trims. What I thought would be pretty to go in here. I do have some that have like a burgundy theme to them, so I don't know if I'll get into that yet or not, but I pulled out everything that I would think I would need. I got some snow paper, and I got, you know, some blings and such to go on some pockets and things, and this is the tie I'm going to use on the grandbaby's book. But yeah, so I went ahead and got all that together. And then I did I got my Christmas stamps out. Put, you know, little stamps, put them in that. And then this is just some pulls. Pull those out. Trying to get some pulls put in. And some of these background pages, I'm probably going to make me some more pulls and tab pieces. That's what I was going to do with my little Whale-Tail Punch. So I just got a thing where I was like, well, I'm just going to take and get the pull pieces and put them all in one thing, just so I won't have to keep shuffling through all the ephemera that I got. There is 2 more sets of Christmas ephemera that I want to print out and fussy cut this year. One is a nutcrackers of different colors and assortments, and the other one is another old-fashioned vintage Christmas ephemera pack. So we'll probably get into that. I keep moving this back over here because I'm going to wind up grabbing the wrong one. Okay, I need me a smaller board, maybe. I think I can do this, because I don't want to ink up my board to have a line to follow on. For these pockets and such, I'm just going to fold it. It works out better for me if I just fold it, to be honest. I mean, it really does. Because I'll get frustrated and trying to line it up on that board, and then, you know, somehow or another it goes crooked. I don't know how, but it does. Try my best to get that straight on there. Whoopsie. Flying objects, flying objects. I don't think that's going to be cute. Need to trim a little bit there on the corner. I think I'm just going to take and cut that out right above where it needs to attach, just because it's causing a slight hindrance on the fold of the top piece. And we'll just cut that bit off. I think that's what I'm going to do with those. So where that top piece there folds, it's causing a hindrance on the fold up at the top flap. So I'm just going to cut that off of there. So then my envelope folds better. Yeah, there we go. And I know that leaves a little white area here, but we can eat that. That's no big deal. No big deal. And I'm going to ink this with green because it's got the green on it already. Why not? Just do it up, honey. Do it up. Oh, that's so pretty. And I'm just doing a little bit of that green right there where it's got the white where it would show when it flaps over. And that's all I'm doing. Just do a real faint line right there. Oh, that's so cute. I like that. Okay, so now let's glue our bits together. Hope everybody's doing okay. I hadn't even said nothing like that. I hope y'all are doing well. I don't want to be, you know, just talk completely about bad news, but I did see today that there is another hurricane coming, and it has since became a hurricane this afternoon. And I was like, well, that's all we need. And then the Florida governor went online, was talking about you know, preparedness and that, and continuing cleanup from the previous storm, Helena, because, you know, storm surge and that, with all that debris laying around, that's just going to be a hot mess. And I understand that, you know, get prepared for another disaster. Don't know exactly where it's planning on going yet. Just, it could take a turn and go the same way this other one just did, but just keep folks in Florida in your thoughts and prayers and help them through getting prepared for this mess again. I think I want to put this on here. Just, you know, right here on this. I think that would be cute. Now, can I put the little angel baby on the front right there? I think I will. Where's my little fake stamp scissors? I got a small pair and a big pair. And these aren't, you know, see, these are the OGs way back in the day from scrapbooking days. And I was looking, I said, I'm going to get me some pinking shears. And I said, shoot, I got all of those, you know, wavy. So I got these, I got the bigger ones. And then I've got this, where's the other set? I got a set that does like a real sharp, not wavy, but real sharp, looks like sharp tooth type thing. I was like, I don't need none of them scissors. I got them. Use what you got. Because, you know, I wanted the ones that had, you know, the green or pink handles on them. You know, foo-foo-y. But, yeah. So, do I want to do that in red? Well, let's do that in red. Let's do that. Because everything else is green. So, we're going to do it in red, make it pop. Oh, y'all, I'm just having too much fun with this Christmas stuff, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, I like that. She's going to be pretty. I would like to find a burgundy. True burgundy. Because, you know, they don't have, you know, which they may have, I don't know. I'm not going to say they don't have. That I've found in my area. I have not found, you know, all the colors. Now, I am going to tell you that this year, when I get my tax money, because, you know, I worked my butt off, so I'm going to get a decent tax return. I am planning on buying all of the small colors, the whole collection. Even if I got them, just because I want them. You know, because that's what I want. Yeah, because see, that's going to be too big, so I just want a small one on there. Do something like that. I think that would be cute. Because is that the same thing that's on the front almost? Almost, yeah. Close enough. I'm going to put red on that. Now see, this is where it's going to be tedious, you know, switching back and forth. But that's what I want. And that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, I like that. That's going to be pretty there. Okie doke, let's glue it down. Glue it on there, honey. Now, this is my joyness here. I love Christmas. I don't care. Like I said, I could probably sit here and scrap. I call it scrapping. Y'all know that. Sit and scrap my Christmas all year. I mean, really could. Just all year long and never get bored. Because I love Christmas stuff. And I think most crafters are like that. Because that's, you know, your big crafty time of the year anyways. You know, people that make handmade items anyways. You know. But, yeah. I could just sit and just craft and craft and craft. Now, I did not think of a closure for that. To be quite honest. I ain't gonna worry about it because it's gonna be tucked in a pocket. And that'll be the closure for it. Tucking it in a pocket is gonna be the closure. Now, which, you know, if you burnish it down good enough, it'll stay flat. Oh, I like that. So then we'll put our little Missy on the front here for our little stamp. Because she's in a little green dress. Now, what's this in here? That's a little lamppost with the berries. That probably would go better with it, wouldn't it? Let's see, what else we got over here? Nothing much. Oh, we could put her in that. Oh, yeah, I like her in that. See, with the green and the... Yep, I like her in that. So, let's do the lamppost with the berries here. Now that we done switched it up. Yeah, because this goes better because it's got the berries on it. Yeah, I like her in that little envelope right there. That's pretty. Pinking shears. That's what it was. Did I say that earlier? Pinking shears. That's what I was talking about. You can get pinking shears to do this with. And I do think I am going to go red around that as well, just to give it a pop. Ooh, that was a little bit much, but okay. Well, that pad's juicy. Yeah, that stamp pad, whatever, ink pad, oxide, whatever it is, it's juicy. Ooh. Almost dropped my dauber. So I went back, I got me a couple of daubers. So I could just, you know, have. Because some of them, you know, I use back and forth quite a bit. Because, you know, you always have the one for your vintage photo. And I have the one for the Victorian Velvet, Black Soot. And what is that other one? Hickory Smoke, Black Soot, Rusty Hinge, Victorian Velvet, and Vintage Photo. Those are my usual suspects that I use and like to ink with my projects. Oh, that's pretty. All right, so let's do this one here. I think this is I think this is one of them that does that twisty pop stuff. I'm not sure. And try my best to get it folded and get this one done. That is not straight at all. No, you are not. So my mama and my Snoop Dogg are watching a race. Now, if she turns it to watch the news, this dog flips out. It is so funny. Them two are just comical. So he'll start barking if she turns it off of the race. He likes watching the race. That's what he does. Okay. Ow. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish there. I really don't. Now, is this supposed to be like a seed pack, do you think? For these here, and that's the flap? Or do these go here and that goes? I don't know. I don't know what it was intended for. I do know that top piece is awful crooked. Awful crooked. There we go. Okay. So see, I want to put her right there in the middle. Yep, I like that. So now I got to figure out how I want these little flippy flaps in the back to be. What time is it? Oh, we got a few more minutes. We good. Now I'll get off here and I'll back these other things off camera just while I'm waiting. Sometimes, you know, I'll go through like stuff that we can put together on camera like this. I'll pick it out and do it on camera. And then things that need to be backed, you know, I'll do that off camera while I'm waiting for my video to upload. And then that little pack of stuff will be done. But I'm going to take and keep this in with my Christmas kit stuff so that I know, hey, you have this in your stash. So go print it off again. Okay, so now how do I want to do this? I'm thinking that I want to do it like that. Make it like it's like a seed pack almost. You know what I'm saying? Now, would it be better to do it that way? That's a lot of flippy flaps, ain't it? I'm going to do it like this just because I like the way that looks. The way the fold is. Even though I know I put the little lady on there sideways, but that's okay. And I glued way outside the line. So then we can take, now looky here. See, we have these little bits of ephemera pieces. And when we fix them up, we can stick them in there. Shut your face. That's going to be cute. Good idea. So yeah, these little bits of ephemera piece tags here. That would be cute. That one, and that one. And then these I would use as dangles off of the other tag bits over here. Because these are kind of small. That would be cute to put in that. All of them would fit in there too. I like that a lot. So now, let's fix us something to close this with. So we can do that, glue it on either side, and then that would tuck up underneath there. It sure would, wouldn't it? Okie doke. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a fun, cute little kit. I mean, it gives you a lot of stuff to play with. It really does. So see now, like, I'm going to glue that right there on the sides and across the bottom. And then that'll tuck in there. Whoa. And that'll be our closure. Now, I'm going to ink around all of this here where it's got some white bits with the red. Knock them white bits off. I'm going along the edge of it just in case there's a little piece where I folded it that cracked. That's what I was doing there. Okay, so now let's glue this down here, and that's our closure bit. Just ever such a thin little line there. Now you want it where it'll stay in it, but you don't want to glue it to it. Okay. See? I'm going to leave that open just to let that get glued on there. There we go. This has got a super duper long flap, but it is, let me see here. We can get you situated, little buddy. Then we'll have all of our envelopes out of this kit. Like I smudged that up with the ink when I drop it on it. And yes, I know I do have the scoreboard over here, but the scoreboard and me are fighting at the moment. It's mad at me, I'm mad at it, because every time I put something on it to try to score it, it hops a line. So, me and the scoreboard are not talking right now. We're not in talking terms. Because these smaller things, and these are, now we can take and just make that a pocket. I don't want to. Is that what it was intended for, as a pocket, I wonder? I don't know, because, you know, if you fold that over, that's going to cover that up. I'm going to fold it long as I can get it without covering up a whole bunch there. And see if we can't tuck it in itself is what I'm going to try to do here. You may see my bad hair day. Alright, so that's going to cover the flippy flaps over here. So now let's see. if it possible, we could do a flip flap there. But that being glued down, probably not. Okay. Dang it. I was hoping that was going to work, but I don't think so. I'll get these side bits good and varnished down. And that'll be that. And a little smidge close to the edge there on that one. I always take my ruler, run up underneath those gusseted pockets just in case. Oh, would you look at that mess? Just in case we got glue somewhere we didn't want. Just to help me get an extra press down on them. And just to make sure that we didn't get glue anywhere we didn't want glue. In those little gusseted pocket type situations. Okay, so I'm going to close this up for a minute. And then see, we can put us a cute little journal card in that. Will that fit in there? It should. Oh, look at Santa. Ain't he pretty? Oh, look at the train. There's the little Caller babies. I think I like the train bit in there. Just because, you know, what is that? The Polar Express, you know, where you can get the tickets and ride on it. And that's cute. We'll figure out something. Okay, so for now, I'm going to ink this, and we'll be done with that bit. And we'll find us something later on to go in it. Just going around just in case there's some areas that I didn't get good. Covered up with the fold. Yep. Now I will probably come back through here because I just look like I made a hot mess of that and I don't like it. I'll come and cover that with something later on. I don't like that a bit now because I messed that up. Alright, let's see what kind of paper do I got. Let's go in my scrap pack here and just grab out a paper to put down in there. How about that? Well, it ain't big enough. Gotta have something that's big enough, knucklehead. That would fit. I just have to cut it and get it down in there. Okay. I'm going to doctor it up with that. And I like that, but that's not going to work. That's too much difference on the reds. These are some of my bigger scraps. We need to have them tell us what they want to be. I'll just use that piece and quit fooling with it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it over on the back. And then I'm going to try my best to trace around that bit right there. And then we'll just cut that. And this should fit right there. See? Lovely. There we go. And then we'll glue it down and trim out around it. Need to use wet glue. If we use the stick glue, it's going to stick up here and it's not go down in there. I didn't glue completely all the way because I'm not exactly sure where or when. It will stop. Okay, so I'll turn it over here and do this to it. Get that wet glue right up to the edge of my envelope. Then we'll turn the rest of it off. And we got it covered and fixed up. Stick my finger in there and make sure I didn't glue that up on the bottom. That would have been my look. Would have glued that up. Where's my scissors? Right here in front of your face. So then we'll just take and just go around the outside of this. And just trim that off. These are not the best fussy cutting scissors. Okay, so I need to trim this side up over here. A little bit more red or white showing here. There we go. We got it fixed up. Now I need to clean the glue off my scissors. Be careful doing that too, y'all, because if your scissors are sharp, yeah, which I hope if you're cutting paper with them, they'll be sharp so you don't cut yourself. But, you know, be mindful that your scissors will cut through. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that better, actually, than, yeah, that's cute. Then we'll just take and ink around that white edge there. And then now we can make that a pocket. Hush up. Good thinking, y'all. Good thinking. I know somebody was hollering at me. Make it a pocket. Make it a pocket. Yeah, because I didn't want to cover up none of that. And I was like, what in the world's that intended for? So now there we got us a good pocket. Yeah. Got us a good old pocket there. I like that. Okie doke. Then let's see, is this dry enough? Yep. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, isn't that cute? All right. So that's all of our little tidbits for today. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Now it's 1 hour and 5 minutes because, you know, I messed the inside of that up. So we're going to take these and we'll cover them. I'll get them covered here in a little bit. And then this is all we have left out of that pack, which this doesn't even go in there. It goes in the another Fussy Cut pack. But the little labels, that's what we got left. This actually came from General Studios stuff. It was some auditioning pieces that I was using last week. But yeah, that came from Junk Journal Studios. And then until I get done with these pieces here, I'm going to keep this together with that. I got some, look y'all, I found these at the thrift store, like, you know, where you take and do your shopping list on. I thought them would be cute to take and make some little notepads. And then this is some Temu stickery bits that I got. I've had these for a little bit. I can't remember how long I've actually had them, but I've had them for a while. So I went through and just basically just got all my Christmas stuff together of what, you know, I might want to use and might like to have at hand through my Christmas decorating, full-on decorating season. And hopefully we'll get all of our stuff done. I know I want to get my gift things done first and foremost, so that's probably what I'll start working on first, is gift ideas, my gift things. And then after that, it's playtime. It is playtime. We're going to do what we can do and do as much as we can do. So these bits here, we'll keep them to the side. And I'm going to sit here after I get off of here and probably back all of this stuff. I don't know if I'll upload my video because, like I said, it's way early. But I know I am going to sit here and play with some of this stuff still while I got it on my desk. So we did this envelope pocket tuck, this little envelope with the little tuck spot, this envelope, and done that up. That's pretty. We did these 2 tags. You print it off in the kit, you fold them in half. Got some little decorating bits on that. These pockets. Did this gusseted pocket. And we got 4 belly bands. That'll go in the front and back. So what I would do is I would put, that would be a set in a journal, and then that would be a set in a journal for the front and back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 things for an hour or something. So that's pretty good. And, you know, then plus 2 inking and gluing and cutting and, you know, all of that good stuff. Thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope y'all have a good week, and happy Merry Monday.